Hey guys, this is Higa Monster and we're here at Iron Sport Gym, and today for Big on the Basics, I want to teach you guys some pinch grip exercises. Pinch grip is definitely something you want to add into your powerlifting or strongman routine, because sometimes, especially on a deadlift, you need to have a strong grip to hold on to a heavy deadlift, or for strongman, farmer's walks, or say axle deadlifts and stuff. So you don't need much. I got a pair of 25s, 10s, and 5s here. If you're a beginner, what you can do is you can take a pair of 10s. In this case, I have a pair of 10s Yorkies inside out. You want to put the smooth side out, and what you can do is either like some holds for time perhaps, or you can even do like a set of farmer's walk and turn around and come back in the gym. Or we'll even do like some one-arm rows perhaps. If you're feeling really strong, you can even do like some hammer curls and stuff, okay? Now, safety. Obviously, holding on to the smooth side out of a plate can be dangerous, right? Because I don't want this to happen where it might drop on my toe. So if you don't feel strong enough, or I guess to say confident enough to hold the plate inside out, what you could do is sit down on a bench and then just do your holds safely too, okay? Now, for more advanced, we'll take a pair of 25s, and obviously because it's more heavy and it's a thicker plate, this is gonna be harder to hold on to. But even if you held on to this for time, say 30 seconds, it's gonna be a screamer on your thumb now, okay? If you notice, I'm not holding the holes, it's all fingertip pressure, okay? And that's over. Switch hands. You don't want it sliding. You want to make sure you're focusing on clamping like a big vice grip. So if you don't feel confident enough to do it safely while standing up, what you can do is take the plates, actually sit on a bench, and you can hold that for time. And even if I do like hammer curls and stuff, and if I happen to lose my grip, it's going to land safely away from your feet, okay? So keep that in mind. If you feel confident enough to stand up and do it, go ahead, okay? You can also do double overhand grip, pinch grips for time. Again, if you don't want to stand, you can just stay right here, safely hold it for time, okay? Grip strength usually comes in 3 different types. There's supporting strength, like when you're holding a deadlift. 2, crushing strength, like when you close a gripper, or like for martial arts when you got to hold on to somebody. And then 3 is pinch grip. So pinching smooth objects like this, or even if you took like a rafter or something like that, a heavy rafter, that can provide a good workout for you. For me, usually my right hand, it gives out faster than my left hand. I'm right hand dominant, so I think it's because of that personally, but you know, I still have to make sure I'm well prepared. So if I'm gonna hold on to a deadlift at a powerlifting competition, I gotta make sure if I power it up, I'm gonna be able to hold on to it, you know? So I really try to attack my pinch grip as best as I can, so that even if the bar is kind of just being held in the hooks of my fingers, hopefully I'm strong enough to hold on to it and keep my lockout, you know? Another good exercise you can do with the smooth side out of the plates is some wrist curls. If you take a pair of 10s, fingertips are on here, lie over a bench and just do some simple wrist curls. This is pretty nasty too, you know? I don't want it to slide. I want to make sure that my fingers are not in the hole of the plate. It's just underneath on the wide surface. Wrist is over the bench. If you do like 2 sets of 15 of this is a great finisher at the end of a press day or your grip events. All right? You can also incorporate side laterals. Take a pair of 5s, do some side lateral raises, or even fronts. But obviously be careful, you don't want this to slip and drop on your toes. So make sure you can do it safely, or if you drop it, make sure you move your foot out of the way too, okay? All right, another way you can improve your grip strength, gang, is also incorporating some fat bar training. Most dumbbells are like normal size, or even a bar, like when you hold on for a deadlift. Sometimes though, in a strongman contest, you might come across like an axle deadlift or something like that. So incorporating a little bit of fat bar training will really help improvise your grip strength. One thing I do like to do is if I take a bar and kind of butt it up against the end of the wall, I'll load up, a couple of 25s here, and I'll actually do some rows. I'm gonna grab the smooth end of the barbell here and pull it up. You wanna make sure when you set yourself up on this, notice how my foot is to the outside of the plate. I don't wanna lift the weight and have my foot so close under here my grip fails where it's gonna land on my toe, right? So I always make sure my foot's on the outside behind the plates, and I'm actually gonna pull this end of the bar up to my chest, okay? Kind of like nipple level, as silly as that sounds, but bent over and row, and it'll get tough to hold on. Then you can switch, do the other side. Same foot position, it's clear of the weights in case it drops or if I lose my grip. Here's another thing you can do too if you're like an amateur strongman competitor and you have like a car deadlift, but you don't have a car deadlift apparatus. What you can do is actually set up 2 bars like this, grab both ends, pick it up and hold that for time as well. But you just want to make sure, protect your gym, butt it up against the wall with some type of muscle mat because you don't want to damage the wall, obviously, okay? So like I said, if you're an amateur strongman competitor that happens to have a car deadlift for reps or a car deadlift hold for time, here is a cheap and inexpensive way to kind of simulate the event. Obviously, it's not a car, but you can get used to holding on to the thick bar and developing some solid grip strength. So what I got is 2 45-pound bars butted up against the wall, a couple of 25s. Get into like your deadlift position, and you can hold that for time, okay? If you can get like a minute, great. It gets pretty tough when it gets close to a minute, that's why, I think if you can hold it for like a minute, make a small jump. Don't get crazy and go with a 25-pound jump. Even adding 10 or 15 pounds in each hand will make a big difference. Hey gang, so I hope this was helpful for you guys and that you can incorporate it in your training. Definitely you want to do it at the end of your workout. Don't do it before your deadlifts and all that, because if you're gonna hit a heavy deadlift or a farmer's walk, it doesn't make any sense to fatigue your grip when you're trying to get that major movement done. So get your deadlifts done and your farmer's walks done first, and then challenge yourself with these pinch grip or fat bar exercises so that you really got to dig in and make your grip stronger.